All right, welcome to the Action Martial Arts Power Hour. This is Alan Goldberg's brainchild. He put this together to bring a show to you that you can't get anywhere else. The people that come on here, the things we talk about, I don't even know what's going on with the show. Alan doesn't know. We have no control. But let's bring Alan on so he can talk more about it. Alan, how's it going?
We have no idea. But anyway, we try
No
very hard.
idea.
So, well,
No
let me tell you
idea.
something. We're getting some great following. Just even some of the numbers you just see here and there. They're getting up. People are looking. But a lot of people are seeing the show. They just don't see it on Facebook or whatever. But we're having a lot of fun, and that's what the whole show's about. And I just want to say welcome. This is, I think, our 15th show. Okay, and we really just appreciate everyone that comes on and supports what we do. And tonight we have a special guest, who is Grandmaster Marcel Bedard, if I'm saying that right, right? Okay. Now I call you Marcel the rest of the night. So anyway, but I just want to talk a little bit about the Hall of Fame, what's going on for 2022, the dates, again, January 28th, 29th, and 30th. We're moving ahead real fast. I mean, faster than I thought. If I told people something, and we're talking about martial artists now, I literally have people sending me money, reserving tables, doing things a year away, which really blows my mind. And, I'm the type, I look at people, I says, are you sure? You want to send to me now? Yeah, no, we want to send it. We want to get out of the way. And I'm, appreciative of it. But what's also happening on our international end, a lot of stuff I haven't put up yet because I'm still waiting for a few little things. But we have more countries coming than we ever had. I just put up Austria today. I had one from Montenegro. And it's some really odd things are happening. And we probably have about, I say 15 to 17 countries already, not including Israel and other areas I haven't even put up yet. So hopefully we'll probably hit 30, 35 countries by the time we're at the end of this. Now, our special guest tonight, we're going to talk to him about some other things and about his origins and what he does. But he's from the middle of the country. Joe is actually from the East Coast, and Lou's down in Florida, and I'm in New York. So we're able to, modern technology, we're able to look at each other's eyes and faces at this time. But the event, again, like I said, is really moving up. If anyone's listening and sees it, you don't have to, say anything to me that you want to pay or not pay or do this and that. Just say, I'm coming, put me down, sure I'm on your mailing list, whatever. I try to follow. Like I was just telling other people that people don't understand how hard I work to make things the way in. When you come to my event, you see thousands of people coming through the front door. There's a reason for it. And the real reason is because I don't let up. Tons and tons of time turning over any rock, doing things differently, helping people that you wouldn't understand even if I told you. But I help them because I want them to be successful in what they do. Am I an expert in what I do? Well, I'm just going to say I'm a lucky guy that learned the right way, not being an expert. And I keep a little notebook. I keep this right next to me all the time, and I write notes down all the time. So guys out there, promoters, you need my help. I'm always here to help you. Out there to put my hand down and say, hey, do this, do that. And I have guys that, I give them information. They don't listen to me. But I want to bring our special guest tonight, and I'll call him Marcel now. But I want to hand it over to our buddy Joe Rebelo, okay, Wikipedia Joe. And Joe's going to give a little rundown for you. And like I said, Joe's the type of guy, he'll talk to you, and he'll tell you in 1967 you wore green underwear that day. And for some reason, it sounds weird. I don't understand it. I'll give you just, Marcel will understand this. When I first met Joe, I almost hit him. Because when I first met him, he started telling me things that he shouldn't have known. And we sat there. I'm serious. We sat. I never met the man before. And God, this got to be almost 20 some odd years ago, 22, 23 years ago. I never met him before. I never spoke to him. I didn't know who he was. This guy sits me down and says, oh, Mr Goldberg, could I sit down and talk to you? And like, of course, you say, hi, how are you? You always shake hands, kiss the babies, and do the right thing in the public arena. And I said, yeah, it seemed like a nice enough guy. And the guy starts telling me about my life. And I looked at him like, whoa. Oh, where'd you hear that from? When you knew that? So I'm going to hand it over to Joe right now because Joe's an amazing type of guy. We love him. He's also, as you guys know, he's the announcer for our event for the trade show, and does a great job with our buddy Max. They do a real good job. But I just need one thing. I have to see my mascot before we start the show. You around? Marcel?
Yeah.
Is she around our mascot?
Yes, she's right here. She's right here. Here we go. Here we go. Here's the mascot for the show.
There she is.
Here's that little baby.
Oh,
Eva Bizou. Princess Eva Bizou.
There you go. All
You
right.
know,
She loves you guys. You know that, don't you?
Jack, I can't even bring my little baby on here because she'll like want to get into the screen and go make a friend.
I know. But you know, usually Chihuahua, they box all the time. But she does not. When she goes to the show, she's quiet.
Oh,
She
she's
loves
great.
everyone.
She's great at the show. All right, so I'm going to hand it to our buddy Joe. Joe, all yours.
Sure. So again, it was really interesting when I normally ask Mr Goldberg about the upcoming guest now, so I could do a little research and whatnot. And one of your highest accomplishments recently was being featured in the 2019 Who's Who in Martial Arts. You are a lifelong Taekwondo practitioner and recently got involved in the art of Krav Maga. Who many years ago, before people even knew what that was in this country, I got to meet a young man, and he would love it if he heard me call him that. Irmi Lichtenfeld, the founder of Krav Maga. Yeah. And I met him in upstate New York. He actually was visiting a friend of his who had lived together in the same kibbutz, and just walked in and went, they said, "Oh, here's my friend Irmi Lichtenfeld." I was the Irmi Lichtenfeld. He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "What do you mean the? When did I become a the?" I was, "You the founder of Krav Maga?" He's like, "How do you know about Krav Maga? If you're not Israeli, back then you didn't know what Krav Maga was." Bro. But really enjoyed your legacy in the regards of Taekwondo and your area and how you got involved with it. And for our viewers, how did you get involved in the martial arts and specifically Taekwondo?
Well, first I did not get involved in Taekwondo. At the beginning of my martial art life, it started around the age of 15 years old. We had a teacher that was teaching us to fight. He said that was martial art. But since he did not know anything, we just went with it. We were a bunch of kids who were practicing with him. At the age of 18, I went to Florida and, 19. And I met a gentleman there who was practicing Taekwondo. What I really, really like, there is a structure. I did not know that martial art was a structure. They had a structure behind it at that time. And I started training with him. And the more I was training with him, the feeling of expression, it was great. Let's put it this way, it was great. Because I had a structure, there is a purpose, there is a meaning behind it. And I did not know what martial art was at that time because the only thing we were doing, it was fighting, street fighting. That's all we were doing. So this is how I get involved in Taekwondo.
I have a Brooklyn accent, but where do you come from?
Well, you did pick up on my accent. I was born in Montreal and raised in Quebec City, on the farm in Quebec City. And I moved here in this country in mid-70s. Yeah. And I never left since then. I fell in love with the U.S. and my family, my mother, she was living in the U.S. Well, she was born in the U.S., matter of fact, in Maine, and moved to Quebec City. And there we go. You get the rest of the story. But my accent, I never lost it.
Yeah, people tell me I have an accent, and I look at them like they're crazy. I said, we have no accent.
You do.
I know. Yeah, I look at it sometimes. I says, I could turn it off when I need to. I says, but you want to know something? I'm just me, so I let it go the way it is, We all are, I guess, right? But go on. Talk a little more about your career and what you're doing, your school and some things. Joe, anything else you want to say?
Yeah, please, I was going to ask you, please tell us about the MBS Taekwondo International Club you run.
Okay, good question. MBS stands for Mind, Body, and Spirit. Because when you train, I'm going to use the word Taekwondo or martial art. When you train in martial art, you don't train only your physical. You train your mental first. Because your head comes before your body. This is the control tower. And if you throw a kick, it's because your brain's going to tell you to kick. So you train your mind first, and you train your mind the right way, mind, body, and spirit. So you don't train to be malicious or to fight anyone. You train to become a better person. And the spirit of it, well, it goes with your faith. You go to your God. This is where you get your strength. This is the spirit of it that we believe. Some other people believe the spirit of martial art. Well, to me, is my faith. So I go to my faith and I get my strength through that.
What's the motto?
And our motto at MBS Taekwondo International is we train our mind, body, and spirit to become a better person, to build a better world, and to defend justice and freedom. Well,
And what about your Taekwondo, your Krav Maga training? What did you
my
get?
Krav Maga training is doing very well. We use Krav Maga as a self-defense. Because you understand Taekwondo, we do have some self-defense that we practice, but Krav Maga is a little bit more detailed on self-defense. There is a lot more techniques into it, and it fits all of us. We could do some of the techniques, some of the style, but Krav Maga does fit very, very well for us.
I mean, I was talking to you off air. We were talking earlier about FEMA with Horenstein and our buddies down there that are doing the right thing with the Israeli martial arts. And Neil Farber is spearheading most of it. Matter of fact, I don't know. I got to speak to Neil soon, but I hooked him up with a guy I'm working with to publish Krav Maga magazine. And it wouldn't just be Krav Maga, but it'd be most of a lot of the Israeli magazines. And they're doing a wonderful newsletter right now. So, talking, Neil says it's interesting. Let's see what's good. So I've hooked them up, and hopefully something will come out within the next, few months, 5 months. But, the Krav Maga, again, I want to get you involved if I can, because they really, really are doing a wonderful job. They're getting so many people that are joining onto it. It's amazing, very honestly. And, I think organization in the martial art world is important. A lot of infighting. A lot of people are arguing with each other about A, B, C, and D. Who's this? Who's that?
Alan's in high demand. Even on the show, he's getting pinged constantly.
He's a busy man.
He is. He is.
Up.
Well, I mean, look, he has the event going on in 2022, and it's already almost sold out. He has people knocking on the door.
I got literally on that. But you know something?
Tell me.
I'm still in lockdown. We're still home. All right. And it hopefully soon we'll be out of here. But I'm glad I have the martial arts that I fell back on to keep me occupied and busy. Because my mind is going 24 hours a day. I could be sleeping and I'll get up because something I had an idea about something. Again, I guess you guys do the same thing.
Daily.
Martial art is your life. It's our life. This is what we do. If you do martial art for 1 year or 2 years, it's not your life. You don't have a fingerprint on it already. You have to at least 25 years to 30 nonstop. Then you can have your fingerprint on it. This is what I believe.
Well, we all need mental help also for getting into martial arts.
Sifu, if without martial art today, if I would not do martial art, I don't know what I would be. Dead or in prison, whatever it is, one of the two.
You don't know. You don't know.
I don't know.
I'll be honest with you. You laugh when you say that, but I come from a very rough area.
Oh, yeah.
Some people that I don't talk on the air, but I was around some of the, I tell people I'm not a tough guy. Not at all. But the people I know are. And I said, I grew up around that, and I saw it and did it. And I'm not just thinking guys that were tough in the street. I mean guys that were mass murderers and crazy stuff. I stayed away from it. I don't know if I would have if I wasn't.
Oh, and look, and we bring Joe back on the show. I don't know.
Now, this is the part, Marcel, that you have to learn that the greatest joy that Lewis can get is dogging on me.
Oh, yeah. But no, wait until that mustache.
He only does that.
Watch
He only
out.
does it to people he loves.
He loves that. He loves that.
But he loves you. But he loves you, Joe.
Hey,
So,
you go.
you're here. You're here, man. You know what? I need to say I'm happy that you're healthy. You went through COVID, and it was a rough time for you. I checked on you.
You did. That meant the world to me, Louis.
Yeah.
You don't know. I can't express how much.
Well, I think we needed to make sure you're okay. I know Alan checked on you too. I know, but I'm glad that you're healthy. I just want to say that because it is important. Because everything's about people. We gotta take care of our people.
Amen.
Oh,
yeah, I've had my friend pass since March, so it became so important.
Yeah, I've had. I told you my buddy Chuck Zito had it, but he's fine. God bless him. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's all right. God bless him.
Yeah, I think he threatened it and it went away.
No. What I'm gonna give you a quick story without names. One of our dear friends from Jersey, very influential. We'll just put it that way. And he went to the hospital where Chuck was, and he told them, "You make sure my guy gets the best medicine there is. I'll pay for it. I'll take care of it." And believe me, there are medicines like the hydroxychloroquine and other stuff that the doctors weren't giving. Okay, and there were certain things that my other friend walked in and made sure Chuck got it. And Chuck was at a hospital in a couple of days. He was back home. He just called me this morning, actually.
Chuck is a fighter. He fought that. He fought that.
Well, I don't know if you know, Chuck was the president of Hell's Angels, so he was in New York. But if you, matter of fact, something, I'll give you a quick quiz. Let me see if Joe knows this one. Okay, Joe, what do I have in common with Chuck Zito, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone?
Oh, I know the answer.
Mike Tyson, Randy Couture. What do I have in common with all of them?
You were inducted into the
no, that's not it.
No.
Okay, I'll say because you won't guess.
Can I answer?
You were members of Planet Hollywood?
No,
I'm going to say Boots. I'm going to say
besides Boots. Yeah, okay, besides Boots. No, what I will see Chuck is doing right now, he's in Vegas. Again, he called me early this morning. In Vegas, he's actually bodyguarding Mike Tyson right now.
Is he? Wow. He did that before.
He's always angry. And they're finally doing a documentary on Chuck's life.
Really? Nice.
That's awesome.
He called me up, Chuck, and he says, "I want you in the documentary."
Good.
And he goes, "They're coming up and they're going to do my mother, and I want you to be done, and my sister, and Randy is done already. Mike Tyson's going to be done right now. And Arnold Schwarzenegger and stuff." So, I mean, I got into the big time now. And I was so thankful for him. And he wrote back, "Absolutely, brother," because we became very close.
Well, look, I mean, Chuck. People that don't know him, they should know him. He's done a lot of stuff, from the women he dated to the guys he knocked out, and he's been around. But he's built up, and he does good out there, and he does good for people too, But Alan,
something.
Yeah, but Alan, you deserve that to be brought in like that because of how you are. I've seen how you are with him and how you are with other people and what you've done. That panel that you have at the event, just so you guys know, that panel, everyone on there owes you a debt of gratitude, Alan, and I'm saying that because it's true. And Joe, am I wrong?
Well, I appreciate that. I always say these people become my friends too. But he's working on Mike Tyson to come to the event this year.
Oh, nice.
So we may have Mike there and a couple other big names in boxing also. His father was there this year at the event. Let's put it that way.
Do you know what Chuck and I have in common?
Huh?
Do you know what Chuck and I have in common?
What's that?
Do you know what we have in common?
What's that?
Tell me. Joe, do you know what Chuck, Zito, and I have in common?
He hasn't knocked you out.
We ride motorcycle.
All right,
there you go.
But Chuck had a bad reputation from knocking people out, from Van Damme to I won't even mention.
But all that stuff was provoked.
Yes.
Yeah, and
all provoked. I got to say.
But I have to tell you, Chuck is your friend.
He's your friend.
Really your friend. Yep. And there was this instance that I had a problem with someone, and I went after the guy. And I turned around, and Chuck walked over to the guy, and the guy said, Chuck bent over and said, Don't go to the bathroom. There's no cameras in there. And the guy got up and turned around and saw Chuck standing there, and he ran out the door. He ran. So, and I thank Chuck. He goes, no, you're my dear friend. You're like my brother. He goes, anything you want. He goes, I'm there for you.
Yeah,
so, again, he's very tough, look and everything he does. But let me tell you, you get to know Chuck, he's got a heart of gold. He really does.
And I'll say a couple things that people don't know about Chuck Zito, beyond him having a good heart, is that, he knows how to get through adversity. He's been through some stuff, and he rises up, and people, they come at him, and he rises up, and I've seen it time and time again. And God bless his sister. She's the one that keeps him pushing him out there too, which is good,
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah,
her and her husband really watch out for him.
Yeah,
he has another sister also. She did watch out for him. They're a good family. And people don't know something. Chuck was an Eagle Boy Scout. Okay,
no way.
That's right. Chuck was an Eagle Boy Scout,
Golden Glove champion,
and very, very intelligent, extremely intelligent. And people don't see that part because they see the tough exterior of Chuck Zito, but there's another part to him completely. So again, when I do the documentary with them, I'm going to go over that and talk about that because some people don't see it. They just, put it by the side because they see the motorcycles and everything else, whatever.
But it's funny, Alan. I have people on my other show that are, they former heads of big, MC deals, and everyone knows who Chuck Zito is. Everyone knows who he is. And because his reputation comes before him. And this is why he gets challenged by people, which is ridiculous because, the guy doesn't look for any problems,
Marcel, like this one. We had gone into a meeting once, and I hooked him up with people I knew. And the president of Iron Horse magazine. Do you remember Iron Horse magazine?
Yep.
They came in, and another guy walked in, and they gave him like a beautiful, it was like 12-page spread. Amazing. And then Chuck was talking to him, and this one guy was so enthusiastic. He's meeting Chuck Zito. Chuck came in his Corvette, and he drove up, and we parked and walked in. And the guy says, oh, Mr. Chuck Zito. He goes, oh, my God, what an honor to see you. He goes, I'm a biker, too. And Chuck goes, oh, okay. And he said, what do you got? He goes, I got a Honda 600, whatever. Chuck goes, yeah, I go. He goes, I got one of those, too. He goes, you got a Honda 600? But he says, yeah, I use it as an anchor on my boat. This guy went under the table.
Well, once you ride a Harley.
You're an Indian. You're not in the game.
But he has all custom stuff, too. He's built a couple beautiful bikes.
You see the cars that he built?
I love motorcycles. I've got 4 bikes. Motorcycle is, my wife and I, we ride all the time. It's medication for us.
Let me say, if you ever saw Chuck's cars, he has one with the Mighty Mouse, the red one. Amazing. And then he has a Corvette and a Mustang, and then he has a Chevy. He's got 4 cars, not including his regular cars that he has.
Now the Chevy is the one with the big logo on the back window he has, because I know I saw him driving back.
Yeah, that's the blue one. That's the blue one, yeah. But the red one he has, I think it's a Charger. What the paint job on that car is unbelievable. Anyway, let's get back to martial arts again. We always go off the martial arts.
This is a good conversation.
You always like to have fun.
Yeah, this is a good conversation.
So the next question, Marcel, I have for you is, how did you meet with Mr. Goldberg and the action event?
Oh, that's awesome. Well, the first time I was referred by, nominated by somebody else. Was a Grandmaster at that time. And he said, you should go there. You're going to have a good time. I said, well, I was hesitating a little bit at the beginning. I said, but my wife was pushing me, and I said, that's fine. Let's go. So we went there, and I did not expect anything, but Atlantic City in January, well, it's a little bit cold for me. I said, listen, we see what's going to happen. So we went there. As we arrived, we did not know anyone. And there is a gentleman who came and presented himself, Milton. And we went with him, and he started showing us this, showing that. where the event's going to be, the seminars and so on and so forth, and who's going to be there. I said, do you work for the organization? He said, no. I said, we're a bunch of friends here. We help each other. And I said, wow, that was impressive. I was impressed just by hearing that. And that lasts not only 1 hour, that lasts 2 days. The first day we spent probably 3 to 4 hours with him. He spent his time, him and his wife, to show us around. Because, you know, when you are in the back in your room and to go in the front, there is a casino and you don't know where everything goes. And I was very impressed. Then after that, the shows get started. And I have to say that those seminars, I learned a lot there. There is people who are very, very talented. And I'm going to tell you, it doesn't matter the degree you are, what style you do, or doesn't matter who you are. You're a street fighter or MMA fighter, a boxer or wrestler. Those people who give the seminars, let me tell you something. Some of them, hat to them. They are awesome. And you should pay thousands of dollars to have those guys. And by the way, Sifu Golberg, my wife just told me how nice you were when you meet my wife with her dog. She was impressed.
Well, why is she not saying it herself? She can come in on the show.
Put her in. Come on.
Hop in with the little dog.
Come on here. Come on with the dog. And, well, first of all, she's going to be her birthday tomorrow. Okay,
okay.
Well, we have to wish her happy birthday now.
Okay, who's going to sing? Who's going to sing?
Oh, it's not going to be
we'll
me.
Go off the air.
I sing well, thank you.
I started before she comes in. We went to the show. We will look at those seminars, and there is some event was going on there. There is some vendors, and on Friday night I don't drink, but I went to the cocktail hours. There was a gentleman there who was singing, beautiful voice. Eric Lee did a little bit singing as well. It was awesome. The next day, the food at the event at the gala, it was grandiose. It's not a martial art event. It's more than a martial art event.
Oh, yeah. I always
say family gathering.
I went to martial art event before, and this is not. It's a lot more than that. Sweetie,
it's a family gathering with some family members you don't want to see anyway.
Well, I always said, I don't build a martial art event.
You're
I
good.
build an event for martial artists to come to and enjoy themselves. That's the difference in what I do. So I never think of it as a martial art event. Matter of fact, I'm happier there's no martial arts at my dinner even. I don't want martial arts there. I want you, your wife, and you to come and enjoy yourself in a different mannerism than if you go to the top of them and have, 9-year-old kids doing katas in front of you all night. I don't think that belongs there at a banquet in a grandiose way that we do it. So, but to your feeling of what you're telling me that you came and enjoyed yourself, everybody, that's why I literally get half my room every year of repeat people. Okay? I've got 500, 600 people every year come back every year over and over and over again.
And the reason they come back, Sifu, is exactly what GM just told you, because the first day we walked in, right before we walked in, and your phone was ringing, your beeper was going off, and there were 20 people around you. And being bold as I am, I said, "Excuse me, sir, can we take a picture?" And you told everyone, "Hang on." And you walked over and took a picture. So someone that runs an event.
That's because you had the dog in your arms.
I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that. But my point is that you treat everyone like they are your headliner. Mm-hmm. Everyone, and I watched you, and you treat everyone when you're talking with them. You treat everyone like they are the headliner at your event, and you make everyone feel special. And that's a rare talent that a lot of people just don't have.
Unless I don't like them, then it's a different story.
then he'll ignore you, and that'll be it.
We feel honored then because you've always treated us like gold.
Well, like the people that you met, Milton and his wife. Yeah. I got very close to them. They're from the Guardian Angels. He's Curtis Leewell's one of his top guys, and we've got close over the years. And those people are so wonderful. Mm-hmm. They come to my school and visit every couple of months.
Hopefully, they'll be running New York soon.
Yeah, they bring me cookies. And they'll bring me little cakes, and they'll bring me little gifts and stuff like that. Just because of the people they've turned out to be. And if they say something like, "Milton, could you do this?" Boom. I mean, never hesitation. But it's reverse end too. I do it for them. So we've built a community. And I was just saying, even on if you look at my stuff on Facebook, everything I put about my international people, we're building a martial art community worldwide. And we want people coming from other countries. I got guys come back from other countries, and it's not cheap. That travel. I mean, I got people coming from Vietnam. It's $3,000 for a ticket, just to come in. But they're coming. They want to be there because they've never seen anything like it before. Now, people that are listening to the show and they see it that haven't been to my event, listen and figure out, why do I have so many people? 21 years. Because everybody is supposed to feel special.
And for those that have not been to your event, Alan, let me take the words of Michael DePasquale Jr. He calls your event the Academy Awards. It's like the Academy Awards of martial arts, and that's what it is. You have thousands of people there, elegant dinner. If you can picture it like going to the Oscars, that's what you got. That's what you bring to the table. And year in, year on year, it gets better and better and better and better.
Well, what I'm going to say to people, even people are listening out there, the promoters out there, there are three things you have to do that you make sure, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but you have to take care of people's egos. What I mean by that is you have to treat them correctly. They want to be treated correctly. So your job is to treat them correctly. Okay? What you give them, you see, I don't buy anything cheap. I don't give cheap awards away. Everything I do is top of the line for that reason. Got to take care of their stomachs. Okay? Because if you don't like the food, you're not going back. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You have to take care of the accommodations. Where else better than going to the Tropicana Hotel? 5 city blocks of just running around and partying, bars, restaurants, whatever. And you better save your quarters up, buddy, because I know she's ready to start again.
But I think one of the reasons why it is like that right now, you get so many people, it's the first year that you started. Your foundation of your event was strong. You build a house with a 6-inch foundation. If you build 2-story, you put 8 inches and 12 inches, and all depends how many stories you're going to get. And this is what you did. Every year you go back to your foundation. This is why it's built so strong, because the people come back. Good food is part of your foundation.
Excellent education.
This I cannot. Well, first of all, the first year we were my wife and I. The second year we were 3 people. 3 people.
No, we brought 2 additional.
2 additional, and this year we're going to be 6 more. So why do we bring more people? Because when we come back, we talk about the event, the positive of the event, because I don't see any negative in this event. Everything is positive. People are nice. Even the big bouncer that is there, what's his name?
Oak Tree.
Oak Tree.
My fighter.
She loves Oak Tree.
And nicest guy as you can imagine. Everybody's so nice. So how can you not go? Because it's your vacation. You spend your time with your friends.
Well, that's what it is. It's building a family. Like, thinking about even the celebrities. We've got 30 celebrities come to the event.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know my biggest problem is? I can't leave anyone out. They want to come back every year. And the real thing about it that people don't know, I don't pay them to go to my event. They want to be there. They make money on my event, believe me, signing autographs, whatever. But they want to be there because there's nothing else like this has ever been put on in the world. People have tried, but it's never been done.
You have taken an idea, Sifu, and came up with a magic potion, if you will, or a magic theory of how to take a phenomenal event, mix it with really good vendors, great education in a super fun atmosphere with a lot of fun people. And quite honestly, for everything that you get, and I probably shouldn't say this because I don't want you to up it, but the value is fantastic. I mean, it's a if a student, and this is what we've told our students, the ones that we've nominated, that have the ability to, to come and to be nominated, is that if you took every one from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., all 3 days, back-to-back classes, the amount of money you would have to spend for each of those individual classes is astronomical, and it's all included in the package that you provide.
Even if you did 10 seminars at $50 a piece, it's $500 just to go to a seminar. Minimum.
And that's with a nobody.
Yeah.
Not the no, and I'm not, and I don't mean that derogatory to someone who's not a big name. You know, my husband, he's a big name in my book, and you know, he's got a
he's the only name in your book. That's all that matters.
He is my book. But he's got, you know, he has a pedigree of awards and things like that. But he's not, you know, he's not up on the stage. He's not one of the high names throughout the world of it. But even those people, you've got quality instructors. You have quality classes. You've got quality vendors. You can get all kind of great stuff. It's a phenomenal package and a good value for that phenomenal package.
No, I won't lie. I won't lie to you. I've had a couple of celebrities that I've thrown out of my events. Okay. And the reason why I threw them out is because they thought they were more important than the people who were there.
You know,
That's not the way it is.
I am on the world stage. I'm here to help everybody who needs some help.
You see where I sit? I sit in the audience most of the time.
And
I tell
I'm
people,
over there in a corner somewhere taking pictures.
I said, you know what?
I've got all of our forms filled out, and I'm sending my check next week because I want to be up closer this year. I'm like, we're sending ours in right away.
But what it is with people that come to my event, they make it like Cynthia Rothrock, Don the Dragon, all these guys. They just can't wait to my event because they realize they're able to see 1,000, 2,000 people, 3,000 people that they couldn't see. Imagine if they travel every weekend, they wouldn't see that many people. So they go to one weekend.
I got to say something, Alan, that there's nowhere that, you know, any of them can go that they can have an audience of 2,000 martial artists in front of them that respect them, that they're there and they're in front of them, and it's not, you know, it's just putting them on center stage. They don't get that anywhere else. I don't care what you say. They don't get that anywhere else because the treatment that you give them and how you elevate them and you bring everybody together, it's amazing because you're not putting up one person above another. You where they're seated is one thing, but you bring them all together, you know?
And the truth of the matter is, you know, I stand there and again, I've put out probably over half a dozen people over the years and they had big names. Okay. And I don't care. And they badmouth me now because I don't invite them back.
Haters are going to hate.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me because guess what? If I bring that one person in and he wounds the 4 people that I worry about, as I hate to say the word, you know, customer or person, but everyone's there for a reason. So my job is to make sure I have the good people there to make you happy, anybody. And it's come to a like you said, you were approached and you were taken care of by someone who was just like you. That became part of the event.
You forged some phenomenal friendships through that, and with Grandmaster being in martial arts for so many years, Don the Dragon, he knew him way back when, so that's enabled him to, you know, get back in touch with him.
He knew him back when he was Donald, right?
Donnie.
Well,
don't say it.
I'm not going to say it, but it was in 1987. First time I met him was at the Fontainebleau, Miami. And that day, Chuck Norris was doing an exhibition with Thomas Hearn. And
but that's enabled us to not only meet at some phenomenal people and like I said, forge lifetime friendships. KJ, her and I will be friends for the rest of our lives. From Waco, and she promotes, you know, the event spectacularly. And of course, her heart is right on the sleeve of Sifu. She just absolutely adores him. But those type of friendships you just don't find, and then the opportunity to reconnect. Bill Wallace. We've seen, you know, GM worked with him years and years ago. We saw him a couple, probably about 13, 20 some years back in the outer parts of Detroit. But that enables us to connect with him again. And of course, with his love of animals, it's just a great, great time.
I had problems when I had Benny the Jet come. His wife is She watches him, and God bless. God bless. And we became,
she's
long
a
story short,
hawk. She's a hawk.
we became
I'll
very
tell you
good
the
friends.
same.
But we became good friends. But she was so, how dare you call it a seminar? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? I said, listen, come to the event, and if you don't like it, you don't have to come back.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
I remember the first year he came, Alan, and I'll share this story that he was there and he had a book. And he brought the book and he gave it to me because I was doing a show, and I put it there in front of me so I can promote it on the show. So I'm doing that, and he went to do his seminar, and he was done. And trust me, she was there waiting to get that book back, waiting to get that book back. And I was like, well, I said, I wasn't taking it. I was just using it as a prop. But
now she trusts me.
Right.
Okay. Now anything I say, and we've had dinner and other
that's
times.
the key point, trust, because she didn't.
Yeah.
There was the first time
and
they
guess
were there.
What?
Yeah.
He has all the right in the world with a reputation like he has. That people probably took advantage of him over the years.
But
okay?
by the time the event came and that was set, they were chilled. Everything was good.
Oh yeah. And I tell people like that, I have a reputation. I can say I've never beaten anyone for money, taken things from anybody, hurt anyone purposely in any way, because I don't want to be done to me. Okay?
But it's been done to you.
Oh, I know, but we don't
like to talk about.
Those are the people. Those are the people I don't invite to the show.
You're one of the few people that, when in a large area with so many people, that I handed her to you and was comfortable with you turning your back and walking with her, because normally I'm right there with her, she was comfortable with you, and I thought she's totally fine with him.
They know. They know.
They do.
Dogs know. They're a good judge of character.
Yes,
That's for sure. Now, before anything, I don't want to forget this. We have a few announcements. Okay, first, I hear it's somebody's birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. Big 6-0. I'm blessed. I'll take it.
Yeah, a couple of birthdays passed just recently. Dr. Robert Goldman, Dr. Bob, happy birthday. Michael Jr.
Happy birthday. Who I just spoke to today, and he's doing better.
Is he doing better? We've continually sent her. Well, she has continually sent him messages throughout the year.
But thank God he's doing better.
Good.
Well, thank you.
I want to go to Joe for a minute. And Joe has been to our event probably his 6th year already.
9th.
9 years. God, I'm getting
9
so
years.
used to it.
That's it.
Years.
All right,
I'm getting so used to it.
Oh
Joe,
my God.
This year's going to be 10.
Yeah, give your experience when you first came to it, and you didn't think the event was what it was until you finally came, and your mouth fell open. So give a little.
Sure. I was actually invited to the first event way back when, and I just didn't go for whatever reason. And over the years, I kept hearing nice things, and I interviewed Sifu at the Ocean State Grand Nationals. Thank God for Don and Christine Banner Rodriguez for introducing me to him. Did the aforementioned famous interview, and then decided to go. And I was flabbergasted. I couldn't believe, and so many people I knew, and so many famous people I got to meet. And if you had told me that I would become best friends with them, and like people like Cynthia Rothrock walks up to me and goes, "Hi, Joe, how you doing?" Blows my stinking little mind, and all these celebrities who now know me on a first name basis because of working for him and helping him out with the event.
Because you're a superstar, Joe. You're a super duper star. That's why. But
you know what?
But Joe, you're kind of like Spider-Man a little bit. You're a little bit like Spider-Man because you get your little Spidey senses, but in your mustache when something's not going right? So is that what happened that first time? You weren't sure about
he walked around just saying, "I don't believe this. I don't believe this. I don't believe this."
Oh,
I kept saying, "Joe, I told you," but no one believes me. Tell them until they're there.
Until they're there.
What Joe said, he became familiarized and became a celebrity status in what he does. I want everyone to be there. I want everyone to have that feeling. When you walk in the room, you're special. Okay? Exactly. Not me that I run the event. I tell people everyone in my room is a celebrity and equal to each other. I'm the guy it's not. What do I mean by that? I'm the servant for the weekend. I'm out there trying to make sure everyone's having a good time.
And Alan, I
have a job that weekend.
I got to say something. You know, I mean, you and I go way back, and I don't know how. I mean, it was 15, 17 years, whatever it is. I've been going to the event. The reality is that every time I've been there, any given time, even before and after, any posters, anything you did, you know something, not one time did your face pop up and so on a big banner or something. Nothing marketing you, nothing showing your ego, because your ego isn't. It's like you're there in the shadows, making it special for everyone else. That's what you do. That's what you do.
This is our event.
You said, and that you had said earlier, and I really want to touch upon it. We talk about, you first thing you said was dealing with people's ego. And you know, a lot of people have a negative things. Oh, no egos here and whatnot. What I say is, when you're at that event, your ego, EGO, you know what that becomes? Everyone's golden opportunity. And you provide them with that golden opportunity where they're recognized by their peers and they're recognized by celebrities, and they're able to interrelate and interact with various martial arts celebrities and famous martial arts instructors and masters and grandmasters. And you know what they make? Friendships.
Yeah.
They make long-standing relationships, and that becomes everyone's golden opportunity.
Look at you with the acronyms. Look at you.
You're so right. You're so right.
You're absolutely right.
Right? I mean, that's the key.
I just got to. I mean, let me just go over this. I said I would definitely do this. You know, I'm working with Don Werner now, which you'll see a commercial when you see this later. I'm working with Don Werner on a new magazine called Wing Chun Kung Fu Magazine.
Oh.
My third issue of Action Martial Art Magazine is coming out probably this week also. So I'm always doing something that people may not even know about until it finally comes out. I'm working a few other projects also right now. I'm working on some movie projects, whatever. But just came out yesterday was we had him on the show, Professor Pierre Rene. He has an online magazine. I think I sent Joe the cover earlier. Right.
I mentioned about that photograph when you were with the original Guardian Angel group, or we should appropriately say Neighborhood Watch.
Pre-Guardian
Angels and the Black Berets. Oh, I remember that vividly.
And he took the cover of that photo and he used it on the cover with me and Jason on it. There's an article about me in there, an article about Jason in there. And I just had to shout out to him. If you go to Amazon, you can find it on there on the Kindle. The magazine's up on there. So just to give him a little shout out.
What's the name of the magazine, Alan?
Martial Art Warrior Magazine.
Martial Art Warrior Magazine. Go to Kindle, go to Amazon, check it out, people. Check it out. It's good stuff. You're going to see Alan with long hair.
Yeah, I had down there.
Before I forget, because I am going to forget.
Hey, don't get crazy here now.
Yeah. But Alan, you mentioned Guardian Angels. Joe, you mentioned it. You know, we didn't announce with Curtis Sliwa what he's doing in New York. He's running for the mayor of New York City. He's one of our people, so we wish him the best of luck. Okay, he always has our support.
Yeah, Curtis, you know,
you got endorsed by the Republican Party of Staten Island so far, right?
And I've sit and have dinner with him. We've gone out. He's in Manhattan, so we meet in Brooklyn. You know, not now, not covert, but beforehand. And he's a very intelligent man. Yes, I listened to him on the radio. Great guy. And you know, he's had a rough time in his life with certain things over the years. But boy, I tell you, I give him a lot of credit for what he does. You know, I don't know if I could have done that even when he with the Guardian Angels. No. And it's funny because when he came to not that photo was another one, that a picture of me and my Sifu on the wall with a few other students when we started the patrols in the street. And it was 3 years before the Guardian Angels. And he looked at it and he goes, wow. And we were in the same neighborhood too.
You lost your wall.
I lost my wall.
We're good.
Just, powerful that statement was. Everything started rattling. Yeah. Everything.
A couple miles away from each other. So he looked at the picture and we started laughing. I said, yeah, Curtis. But we were doing it just because we had fun doing it. You were doing it maybe for the reason for the community safety. We just like beating people up in the middle of the night. So that's what happened.
Well, it seems like the people that have come the farthest, not because it was an easy road, but because of the adversities that they've overcome. With all of the awards that my husband has received, I don't think I know what I'm most proud of is the man he is because of the adversities he had all growing up, which the majority of people on this planet don't know about and probably never will.
Well,
We don't talk about it.
So of course he had problems. He's some
Well, let's go and get a little finish. Joe, anything else you want to say in the closing time?
But Joe, before you close, Marcel, I got to say, it takes a real man to love a little dog like that, and I know because I got a little dog like that. So I mean,
Yes.
and Alan has a couple.
I got 2 dachshunds.
Yeah,
You do? Awesome.
Well, we look forward to seeing you this year.
I got to tie myself down. But no, usually I tell people, come to the front counter. I'm usually there working with people. So anyway, Joe, any closing statements?
First question. I had the most important question. Marcel, what's your wife's name? You didn't have a chance to introduce her.
Oh, let me present you Sonny.
All right, Sonny, this is for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sonny.
Oh, wow.
Happy birthday to you.
there you go. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Look at you, Joe. Look at you. My ears are still ringing.
I didn't sing because you would have run off the end of the camera.
Thank you so much.
This is what it's all about at the event.
Yeah.
This is what it's all about. Friendship. Be together.
Closing words.
Don't miss it.
Joe.
It's worth everything.
Joe.
Okay, well, all right. Joe, just your closing sentence, whatever you want to say.
Sure.
For the show.
Again, it's a joy being here on the Alan Golberg Power Hour. It's a joy meeting so many incredible martial artists. We're looking forward to seeing you the 28th, 29th, and 30th at the Action Martial Arts Mega Weekend. As Sifu Goldberg said, there are people from all over the world already coming into this event. It was an honor and a privilege to meet you, Grandmaster Bedard, and thank you very much, and I'm glad to be back. Thank you.
Say you're healthy, too. And Bedard family, all 3 of you?
All 3 of us. Well, I'm going to let my wife speak first, and after that, I'm going to keep on going.
I would highly recommend to anyone, whether you're just getting involved in martial arts or you've been in martial arts all your life. This is an event you don't want to miss. These are people here that you don't want to miss meeting. You don't want to have the opportunity to forge the friendships, to make the memories, and to learn what you can learn. It's a dynamite thing. We wouldn't miss it for anything. We're getting our tickets next week. Make sure you go. And thank you so much, Joseph, for the beautiful song. I so appreciate that.
My turn now. Alan Golberg, thank you for being who you are and do what you do. Everybody said a lot of words to Alan Golberg, but my word is thank you. There is no much expression I can do. Joe, you're a wonderful man. I saw you in 2019, and I'm going to see you again. Stay healthy. Louis, thank you for helping and doing your show, and we love you all, and God bless all of you.
All right.
Well, I thank everyone for coming on the show, and Alan, you take us home.
Well, just want to thank everyone for listening in and seeing the show. We actually have a flow now of the show and how to handle people and work with people and do things. But we don't want it to be boring. We want it to be fun, and we want it to be fun for you people too that are on the show. So it's a thing that every time I go, oh, what is it going to be tonight? What are we going to talk about? But we never have a problem. We just go through it. So I just want to thank you all for coming to be here, and just stay tuned because we have a lot more coming. God bless. Thank you, Vera. Thank you for Vero High for supporting us and what they're doing. Don Werner, he's also one of our sponsors. Warner Entertainment. We'll have a little commercial too. And just again, it warms my heart to know we have good people around the world that are involved in everything we do. God bless you all.
Oh, and before we sign off, Alan, you're getting something done. We talked about the last show. We're not going to have next week's show. You're undergoing a procedure. So
no, I'm not.
You're not.
I am going to be a guinea pig, but that's another story for another time.
Oh, then we got to talk about that another day. Okay. With that said, thank you all for being on the show, and we're going to be back with you for the next episode of the Power Hour. And make sure you go and you check out the Action Martial Arts Mega Weekend. What's the website, Alan?
It's not. That's being worked on right now, so we're going to give you next time.
Next week we're going to have it. All right, guys. Enjoy your evening, and thank you for tuning in.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Welcome to Viral Hive and the Power Hour with Alan Golberg and his crew. My name is Don Warner from WarnerEntertainment.com. We encourage you to visit us at our website and see over 4,000 different martial arts media products, including videos, DVDs, books, and lots more. That's www.warnerentertainment.com, spelled www.warrener entertainment.com. And thank you very much.